So, CSU is a not for profit organization, which is a separate entity from Capilano University. So, we don't associate together. Um, we will be today going for the general meeting, which is basically a very high decision making body right now at CSU. And today will be you as CSU members would be voting on some important things, and you'll be exercising your right as a CSU member. Um, to make those decisions, there is a certain number of students that need to be here, and that number is called a quorum. And for today's meeting, that quorum is 75 students. We are almost there, and as we are waiting for those folks to show up, we are going to be playing Kahoot today. And today's prize for the person who ranks first is a $25 gift card.
All right, hello everybody. My name is Priya McMurtry. I'm our sub board member today. I wanted to say good afternoon. Thank you for being here. And I'd like to call the 2025 annual general meeting of the Capilano Students Union to order. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that we gather on the traditional, ancestral, stolen, and unsurrendered homelands of the Coast Salish peoples, including those of the Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, Sea Schelt, and the Squamish nations, on whose territories we live and organize. We appreciate the tremendous labor that has gone into nurturing and protecting these traditional lands. So I'd like to first introduce the motion to approve Hassan as chair. So I'm going to say, be it resolved that the members ratify Hassan Morelli as meeting chair. Do I have a mover?
We call the raise of placard.
Okay. Jishar moved and second. Okay. Turn through. And then we'll look at.
All right, all those in favor, please raise your voting cards high up in the air. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, everyone. My name is Hassan Morali. I use he, him, his pronouns. I'm honored to be joining you today from the unceded, stolen, and occupied lands of the Squamish, the Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam First Nations. I am not an employee of the Capilano Students Union. I have been contracted by the CSU for today to be the external chair of this annual general meeting. What that means is I am an impartial external facilitator that's been brought in to run the meeting to make sure the meeting is run fairly, effectively, and efficiently, and respect the rights of individual members to make their voice heard, and balance that with making sure the majority's voice is heard and the meeting runs smoothly. I'll ask, the first thing I'm gonna ask is for people to respect when other people are speaking, so please don't have side conversations or be making comments when or interrupting. We're going to be using a type of parliamentary procedure called Robert's Rules of Order. This is just a set of rules that organizations and governments use to run meetings fairly and effectively. It's extremely common, and you can find lots of cheat sheets online for how to use it, but don't worry if you don't know how to use it. I'm here to help you with that. You don't have to phrase everything perfectly or be scared of using the wrong word. Just tell me what you would like to do and I'll help you out with the proper language. Now, because we didn't make quorum, which is the minimum amount of members needed to consider most motions, we will not be discussing the special resolutions today. We need 75 members present to have a quorum, which is like enough people for the meeting to be considered legitimate. We have enough to present to you the audited financial statements of the Capilano Students Union and consider the appointment of the auditor. But we will not get to discuss the academic standing requirements or the ethics, conduct, and conflict of interest officer today. After the appointment of the auditor, the board will present their report, and there will be a question and answer period where you get to ask questions of your Capilano Students Union Board of Directors, your elected representatives, and then we'll adjourn. Um, the basics of Robert's rules are if you want to formally propose doing something, you move a motion. So if we have, for example, an agenda to be approved. So if somebody wanted to suggest that we all approve the agenda, they might raise their placard and I would recognize them and they'd say, I move that the agenda be approved as presented. Um, Wait until the chair recognizes you to speak. If I haven't recognized you, you're not allowed to be speaking at that time. And if you want to speak to your friends or do something else, you're welcome to go outside. But please, again, refrain from speaking when others are to make sure everybody can hear. Each motion requires a seconder, so another person to stand up and say, I also propose we do this. And then there will be some time for discussion where people can say, I think we should do this, I think we shouldn't do this. They can ask questions, and then we'll vote on it. So this is your meeting where you guys get to participate in direct democracy and decide what your student union does. So with that being said, if you want to speak to a motion, raise your placard, the card that you were given on entry with the check mark or the X. I'll make a note of it and put you on the speakers list, and you'll be next up to speak if there isn't anyone before you. If you need any help with understanding this stuff, you're welcome to ask one of the staff or put your hand up and ask myself when there's a pause in the speaking order. Any questions before we move on? All right, sounds good. So the first item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Is there a mover for this motion? Okay, moved. You and I don't know your name, so you're gonna have to stand up and say. Kushal. And seconded. What's your, Darren? So, sorry, we need your names for the minutes, the official notes of the meeting. So the motion to approve the agenda as presented has been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion on whether to approve the agenda? One more time, is there any discussion on whether or not to approve the agenda? Seeing and hearing none, we will go to a vote. All those in favor of approving the agenda as presented, please raise your placard and show me the check mark. All those opposed, please raise your placard and show me the X sign. The motion carries. The agenda is approved as presented. The next item on the agenda is the presentation of the audited financial statements. Just a quick explainer, the financial statements show how your students' union is spending the dues you pay, the money you pay to it. So the financial statements are a way of showing that all the money that's coming in is being accounted for and spent in the way that people are saying it's been spent in. And most organizations use an external third-party auditor so that they're impartial to verify that. So that's what this is right now. The CSU has gone to a third-party accounting firm and say, hey, these are our financial statements. Can you basically give your opinion on whether we presented these accurately or not? So that's what that is. Would like to take that.
Be a video.
Oh, wow.
Is Aaron Alice. I'm a CPA and partner at Top Wozni. And our firm audited your May 31st, 2025 financial statements. And it's our job. We're here to be an independent entity. We're here for assurance, to validate your financial statement numbers, and provide an opinion to you on the fairness and representations within those numbers. And so what we're looking at as independent auditors is making sure that the membership fees are complete, all the student union dues that you pay, looking at the other income, investment income, making sure that that is complete, and looking at the money going out in wages and stipends and other operating costs, making sure that those are supported. Yes, and significant cash balances, so making sure that those bank balances are also supported and there's banking controls in place, and just generally that the balance sheet was cut off appropriately at May 31st, 2025. And overall, these financial statements are a fair presentation of your financial operations for 2025. And I'm happy to report, and what we have here on this screen is your financial statements and our auditor's report. And as I was saying, happy to report the clean, unqualified opinions. So in the second paragraph in our auditor's report, it states, in our opinion, as independent auditors from Thompson Wasney, we feel that these financial statements present fairly for your May 31st, 2025 fiscal year end in accordance with Canadian accounting standards for not-for-profit organizations. So once again, a clean report here. A big thank you to Chris and Solo and the rest of your management team provided us with excellent support, and it was a smooth process. And that's our auditor's report on pages 1 and 2. And then what else is your financial statements? So really two main financial statements. The first one is your statement of financial position, which is on page number 3, a balance sheet at May 31st, where your assets and liabilities were. You have a number of different funds that you will see, but if you look on column number 11, second column from the right, that is the totals at the end of the year. It is showing total assets of 13,438,000. Those are the resources that you own. On the other side of the balance sheet is your liabilities, obligations at 1,075,000. And when we take your assets of 13.4 million, deduct your liabilities of 1 million, you get what's left over. Total fund balance 12,362,000. I'm going to set the line from the bottom. And so that is your net resources combining all your assets, deducting all your liabilities. Compared to last year, that number was at 10 million. So it has increased by 2.2 million. And we're going to see on the final statement of operations, your net income this year was 2.2 million. And that increased your fund balance from 10 million to 12.3 million. A lot of that equity and net income is concentrated in the student union building fund, and that's now at 8.2 billion, and some accumulated surpluses in the health and dental fund in column number 4. And then, of course, you have the operating fund with about 1.4 million of reserves or operating equity. So it's a very good financial position, fully represented by cash on the very top line. And again, an increase of 2.2 million in your equity, and we can see how that happened if we go to the final statement, the statement of operations on page number 4, which is your revenues and expenses. Total revenues, again, if we go to column number 11, increased to 6,041,000. Your expenses down below were 3.8 billion, and there's that surplus of 2.2 million, very similar to last year. Again, a reminder, that's really a build up in the funds in the building fund account and some reserves in the health and dental account. And those were the primary assets are concentrated. In terms of the revenue lines, pretty consistent. Student union fees that you all membership fees that you all pay 5.5 million, and then because you, as you saw in the previous stage, some investment balances, and that's generated some investment income of 441,000. Like those are really your main revenue sources. And on the expense side, personnel and professional and health and dental premiums in the top two lines. I think if you add those up, it comes close to about 78% of all your operating expenses are in those top two lines. Wages and benefits and professional 1.49 million, and the health and dental premiums that we pay 1.5 million. So there we had it. Total remedies of 6 million, expenses this year 3.8, a surplus of 2.2, primarily concentrated in the building fund and the health and dental fund, increasing our fund balance or equity from 10.1 million to 12.3. And we see that represented back in the statement of financial position at the end of the year on page number 3 of 12.2 million of equity, fully represented by cash in the very top line. And of course, our unqualified opinion at the conclusion of the audit. Well done on that and the unqualified report. So those are your financial statements for May 31st, 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, accountant person. Sorry, let me. There's an
No motion until the financial statements. There it is.
Now we'll go to the appointment of the auditor. The person that you heard just explaining the financial statements is somebody who works at the firm Tompkins Wozni LLP, which is an accounting and auditing firm in Vancouver. An independent third-party auditor is essential for an organization of the Capilano Student Union size to confidently track its spending and make sure that there's oversight of spending. So the membership can appoint whoever they want as auditor. I would strongly suggest that you follow the motion because it's a pretty good accounting firm that CapU also uses. But we'll entertain the appointment of the auditor. Is there a motion on the floor? Yes, you in the red. Joey? Jolie. Are you wish to move that motion? Okay. The motion's moved is seconded by, what was your name? Carson. So the motion is be it further resolved that Tompkins Wozni LLP be appointed as the auditors for the 2025-2026 fiscal year. Is there any discussion on this item? Yes. So the question was, do we know what the audit fees charged by the auditing firm are? Is there a member of board or staff that would like to take this? We're just looking that up. Where they are.
An some of this mutton to cock him over to app. No, wasn't care. Was don't.
Yes, sorry, folks. 1 second. I'm just pulling up the bill.
While we're looking that up, are there any other questions or comments? Yes, you. Please stand and speak. My name is Brad. What was the process of selecting this firm before in the preceding years? So the question was, what was the process of selecting the firm Tompkins Wozni LLP in the preceding years? And I believe Jessica would like to speak to that.
Hi. Well, I'm quickly still getting the cost of the audit. I have our budget, but I'm trying to get the actual number for you folks. How it went through was a request for proposals many years ago, where you have many firms and companies put forward. Tompkins Wozni was a reasonable price for the CSU, and I will say that they've kept their rates quite low comparatively to other student associations that we have heard across our sector. I would say also that the principal auditor changes every few cycles. So we've had a few different auditors within this firm, but it was done by a request for proposals.
Is there a follow-up? Do you have the number?
I'm still trying to get the number
Okay, yeah.
this way.
Any other comments, questions, any more discussion?
Mayank, are you able to follow up in Cluedo what we paid?
You can speak twice to a motion.
Mm, and year 2025.
Yes, please. We're still working on this, please. How many years ago was the RFP issued? Is the question. The request for proposals, which is like the open bid process for firms to land the contract.
I believe it. Hi, I believe it was roughly 10 years ago, but I can pull up the full number.
Doesn't say any of your years.
What? He said he had the invoice.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments or questions while we? Yes, you in the back there. Please stand and state your question.
I mean, any other later bit like or like be it like kind of like the auditors, kind of us.
So the question was: are there any other alternative auditing firms that could be selected?
Yes, there are other auditing firms. It would be going for a request for proposals again, and not a guarantee that we would that the Capilano Students Union would get a similar competitive rate. I just got the number for this past for the audit. Last year it was $10,237.50 for the audit. Thank you.
Any more questions, comments, discussion on this item? So the Robert's rules limits the ability of each member to speak to a motion to 2 times unless everyone votes to make an exception and allow you to speak for an extra time. Is there appetite for that?
Over there.
Sorry?
I saw someone lays there.
There was a, is there a mover to let this person speak a third time? Okay, moved. Is there a seconder? Seconded there. I think that's just there's no discussion on that. All those in favor, please raise your placard with the check mark. All those opposed, please raise your placard with the X. Go ahead. You can speak a third time.
Is there a policy for minimum number of years are in place?
So the question was: is there a minimum? Is there a policy that dictates the minimum number of years between request for proposal?
No, it's not in policy. That would just be a decision from the membership.
Any more discussion on this item? One more time, any more discussion on this item? Hearing and seeing no more discussion, we will go to a vote on the motion in question. So the motion is be it resolved that Tompkins Wozni LLP be appointed as the auditors for the 25-26 fiscal year. All those in favor, please raise your placard high, showing me the check sign. Thank you. All those opposed, please raise your placard high, showing the X. Any abstentions? The motion's carried. Thank you very much. Now, again, because we didn't reach quorum, we don't have the minimum amount of people to consider the special resolution, so we will hear from the board and we'll see the board report. Sorry, yes, you're recognized. No, the quorum had to be reached within a half an hour by the Societies Act. So even if you reach quorum after 12 p.m., it's not considered valid. But even without quorum, you can still go through the agenda items that we're going through: appointing the auditors, presenting the financial statements, doing a board, presenting information, etc. Go ahead, Arjun.
Yeah. Thank you, Hassan. So thank you everyone for coming here and like giving your precious time to us. Like I know it's very difficult for everyone to like get the time. And thank you so much. And like I'm a president of Capilano Student Union, and my pronouns are he him. And my name is Harjot Singh. So as I presented the annual report, I just want to like start the affirming for core visions to achieving the welcome, barrier free, and the community at the Capilano University. Our purpose to elevate the post-secondary experience and empowering the students members through the advocacy services and let like the leadership opportunities we have. We are recognize that our members face serious obstacles like we have affordability crisis and tuition fee problems, and also there is a different, so we have to do a lot of hard work in those type of things and deliver. We are just deliver our sport and ensure experience here is a valuable and accessible for the students. And even sorry about that. And the next thing is this, so like why we are here. Yeah, the we are here for the like ensure we are collective voice of students and effectively communicated to the university administrations, and something that is especially crucial as the university navigates significant budget challenges. So we recently completed a survey on how tuition fee changes could impact students. We heard directly from the astounding students, like 507 students, and gathering key data on how tuition and the fee increases affected you. So these information, like it will help us to like, it's a vital because it moves our advocacy for general concern to like specific. So like this will give us more chance to do advocacy with the university and stand with the students. And document needs allowing us to inform our advocacy priorities. And when the CSU advocates for you, you bring the facts. So those are the things we are doing. And apart from this, CSU, why CSU here for you? So, as the affordability crisis impact our finances, academics, and the mental health, your membership funds are a mission for sport. We are open, sportive, collaborative, and we are urged to take a full advantage of the services we offer, including immediate help through our robust food security resources, access to discount programs and services, and opportunities for subsidizing recreation and wellness and the social events. And what we want from the students. So our vision is this: in this part, the work we do cannot happen without your input. CSU executives regularly hold a public facing availability in the library launch, and I'm just suggesting you please stop and to say hello and tell us directly like what's going on. Like if you have any concerns and specific thing to mention to us, please come and talk to with us. And we want to hear you from your respect is the only thing that guides our direction, and we all ready to work alongside you to build accessible, affordable, and vibrant student experience. And thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll move on to the question and answer period now. So if you have a question about the board reports or any question for your board of directors, now would be a good time to raise your hand, and then I'll recognize you and you can ask. Could I actually ask that you come to the front here so we can get you on mic? So yeah, if you're able to, when you come and speak, actually, if you can come and speak into the mic, that would be very helpful.
Uh, Thank you. I don't know about the other students, but I was hoping on voting on on the policies you had for the agenda for today. So I was wondering what's the plan to address those in the future. Thanks.
Who would like to go ahead, Herjot?
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Thank you so much. First of all, this is a like good question, and it's good to know to the students know what's our next process with that. So for this, I will talk to you with the board, and even I will just try to bring it in the semi-annual general meeting. And so that's the main priority for now. But if we got anything else, but we will bring this thing. Absolutely.
Any other discuss? Any other discussion? Any other question?
Just wondering what other strategies is the board planning to have to ensure that we have quorum next time? Because like the free pizza and the gift cards are like a great incentive, but since it wasn't enough, what other strategies is the board planning to have?
Yeah. So again, you bring I also the thing is like first of all we just to figure out like flexibility with the students. And apart from this, I will figure out with the staff and to work with them. So like what the things we will do, like so we will get corona next time. And the other thing is this, I'm just recommend you guys bring your friends with you. And even when we will do, we probably inform you like in like 2 or 3 weeks before the meeting. So you guys also have to be bring your friends with you, and we will try our best from next time. Yeah.
Any other questions? Yes, you're recognized.
Yeah,
Sorry, if you could please state your name for the minutes, that would be helpful.
excellent. My name is Sam Slichter. In regards to on page 11 to the university budget, I see that there will be significant deficits reported over the next 2 fiscal years. How will that affect students of Capilano University and the CSU itself?
Would anyone like to answer that?
Yeah.
You're recognized.
So yes, you'll see on page 11 that the university is reporting a significant deficit over the next few years. We are meeting regularly to see how this would affect students. So far, it's I would say for CSU, we don't charge differential fees. So international students and domestic students pay the same rate for CSU membership. So while there will be some effect to the CSU budget, it will not be as drastic as the university. But I would say this changes because of some policy changes with the government and lower enrollment of international students.
Yes, you in the green. You're recognized. If you could stand up and preferably please come and speak into the mic. Thank you. You'd also like to provide context?
Yeah, or
Go ahead. Sorry, can you come speak into the mic, please, and introduce yourself?
Oh, hi, I'm Mehelveen. I'm the VP Finance, and I'd like to add some additional information to what Jessica already said. So for revenue generation, we are looking at some other sources from to sponsor our events from outside vendors. For example, during Captivate, you guys might have seen that we had 3 sponsorships available, which helped significantly like reduce our costs. Other than that, for example, for our club's funding, we are looking at asking clubs to look at bringing sponsorships from outside so that they don't have to depend entirely on CSU. We are also working on other cost-cutting methods to make sure that we continue to provide same level of services to all our students in the upcoming years. Thank you.
Very much. Any other comments, questions for the board? Yes, please come and state your name and speak into the mic.
My name is Greg. I just wanted to ask, what is the proposed location of the new student union building to be built on campus that was discussed in the notes to the meeting?
Would like to answer this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Go ahead. You're
So the good thing you bring this thing, because you know what, we know that we are just working on it, and it will be good like if we have student building, so a lot of space for students, they can use it. So right now we are just thinking about the, it's a dogwood building, it's right beside with the maple, and it's also close with the Bosa Center. We are just thinking about that one, that place.
recognized.
I'll just add this is the board's preferred location at this time, but we are in discussions with the university administration.
Any other questions for the board? Can you please stand up and come speak into the mic? That'd be helpful. Thanks.
Here's the thing with the student board's deficit. I don't think sponsorships are a good idea to keep the clubs going. I just think that like this more sponsorships will like bring people here. It's not a good idea. For one thing, our country is full, and for another thing, our student union honestly needs to trim like a lot of fat. To be honest, this is not sustainable by any metric. Frankly isn't sustainable.
Thank you for your comment. Any other questions or comments? Yeah, sorry. Yes, you in the back there, and then you.
Hello, my name is Ben, and I just wanted to ask about um, a motion in a meeting that said that for membership consultation on the executive pay and timekeeping practices, it was said that the board of directors would canvass other student societies by October 17th and launch a student survey by the 20th. In regards to that, I'm just wondering if that survey ever went out because I didn't see it or if there's any updates on that.
Would you like to respond? Good.
Oh yeah, okay. So yes, it's our first of all, I just explained you that it's a part of our like 5-year plan. So we're just working on checking the timesheet and the pay for the executives. And the thing is this, like for right now we are just working on, like the board is decided that like we just do the internal survey or something else to check like what's going on, because the thing is this, the board is working closely with the executives, so they know their responsibilities and how they are working. So that's why just board is preferring this time, so working in the CSU, like if we find we have to ask to, like we need a consultation, so we will go with it as well. So this is right now we're working on all of these things. Yeah.
You in the front row. All right. Is there any? Are there any other questions, comments, or discussion about this board report, or questions for the board? I'll ask one more time. Are there any more questions for the board for the Q&A period? Seeing and hearing none. Actually, for all the board members who are here right now, can I get you to stand up and wave? Should have done that at the beginning. All right. These are your board of directors. Why don't we do a quick intro? Just what your name and your position is. Speak loudly, please. There you go.
Hi, Victory went on right. Harvard Dallas and the Gymnastic Summit. I first book cover. Fighting the Sophia Hughes and I want to be side representatives. But Iana Gorka Soxi. I myself believe at the same.
I am Luen, myself Joshua. I am the Bachelor of Science Spaghetti Integrity. I am one minor Pavamata and I'm one more governors. I remove violent biases and diverse expressions.
Hi, manager is the spiles and the fire and the firing.
Yep.
I am very helpful, healing and accessibility.
Thank you very much. I just want to.
Thank you, board members. So, hi everyone, I am Harjot Singh. I'm a president of Capilano Student Union, and my pronouns are he, him. And you guys aware about all the faces of board. And if you have any questions, you can ask them whenever you see in campus. And evil, you can just go in the website and you can get our contacts if you want to get in touch with us. Thank you.
That's what I was going to say. All right. Thank you very much. That's it for the agenda. Is there a motion to adjourn? Moved by, what's your name? Kushal. Seconded by McMurtry. Any discussion on this? Hearing and seeing none, we'll go to a vote. All those in favor, please raise the check mark side of your placard. All those opposed, please raise the X side of your placard. The motion is carried. The meeting is adjourned at 12:40 p.m. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you everyone for joining.